is Damien Darko, your purveyor of truth, and you are on the Squared Circle.
We're good to go. We're fading in and out. Look at this here. You are looking at the award-winning Squared Circle for November 11th, 2014. I want to wish all the veterans out there of all the major armed forces a very, very happy Veterans Day. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to give thanks to not just my dad who did serve, but everybody that served.
Definitely. My father as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for the veterans, we wouldn't have the rights we have today.
We wouldn't have the right to free speech, which we exercise very regularly.
Quite a bit.
Very, very
Much to the
regularly.
chagrin of our detractors.
You bet your life.
You bet,
You bet your life.
That's right.
But, you know, you gotta give credit where credit is due. They made some use of your tagline.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean-
I love it. I love it.
You love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I invite everyone to
obvi-
spread it around.
so
Print up
obvi-
bumper stickers.
So obviously somebody's watching us.
Right.
Well, nobody watches us, but everybody talks about us.
Yep.
I love it.
But if anybody's caught my concession speech, we haven't necessarily came up with enough Facebook votes out there to suggest that as far as social media is concerned,
Right.
we're not the #1 wrestling show out there. But you know what? This wasn't an election, and it's not an election.
That's right.
So we don't have to really concede anything.
Yeah.
That was a fake concession speech.
I know, that was
It
fun.
wasn't.
That was
It
fun.
was
I
fun.
enjoyed it.
I
I
really
enjoyed it.
I appreciate
It was right from
Shout
the
out.
heart. I mean, my only regret is that the season for politics is now past us, and we can't come up with any clever ads. You know,
That's okay. We've got some tricks up our sleeve yet.
Yeah.
I could think. I mean, I saw on YouTube the top 10 negative attack ads in the country. Not to dissuade from wrestling for a minute,
right.
but one of the last one, the Senate candidate from West Virginia. She was at a power plant, and she pulled down the lever,
Yeah.
and the lights went off at the White House.
Oh, wow.
Just imagine if we could steal that tagline, and the lights could go off at some other public access.
There we go.
You know what? I mean, I'm not going to stoop to sabotage. We'll leave that level to somebody else.
But anyway,
We have fun. You know what?
It's all in
You know
fun.
what they say. If you can't take a joke,
Blank you.
yeah,
right.
exactly.
I think we're all in it to promote indie wrestling. We have different ideas as to how that should be done,
You know, you brought up a great subject.
and that's okay.
You brought up a great subject. We've been accused of not supporting independent wrestling. All right, I'm at PWA twice a week supporting an independent wrestler, supporting PWA in a very large monetary way. And anybody, it's not a secret, anybody can go down there and find out how much the wrestling school costs. All right, it does cost me quite a few nickels. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to support independent wrestling. I'm glad I'm there twice a week for over 2 years now.
Right.
Absolutely.
Regularly. There are like a couple of weeks off in between sessions, but regularly for the last 2 years, I've been supporting my son, who is learning to be an independent wrestler.
That's right.
And he's gonna whoop Hollywood J.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
And
don't
that
think so.
tuition, that tuition goes to support the school.
You know,
We do support.
And over the past
independent
2
wrestling.
years that we've been doing the Square Circle, three on to our third season, by the way.
Yep.
We have been active supporters of PWA.
Yeah.
Craig Andrews and his
RWE.
RWE product. We're been attending as of late some Northeast Wrestling
Yeah.
Vinny
events. Vinny
Of
V
course,
with
Vinny V.
extremely talented
We
wrestling.
will have that footage. Nick has been extremely busy and hasn't been able to get in the studio here. and get that footage edited. But we will show the footage from Vinny V's
So,
show.
a man we have to go up and say hi to one of these days, as long as I can find the place up in Chicopee, Massachusetts. But it's now known as Revival Pro Wrestling,
Right.
RPW, formerly NEFW. So we have a good rapport
And
with.
also, we've had calls and we've
Right.
brought in and gotten information from Joe Bruin, who's got the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame.
I've got a lot
You
to
know.
talk about as far as that's concerned.
We've also
Later
had
on.
quite a few of the indie wrestlers on here.
Oh, absolutely, including the youth movement. My son was the very first person, the very first youth to sign up for the youth movement, and I'm very proud of that, and I'm proud of the work he's doing down there. And I praised Joseph Von Schmidt and Quint Johnson, on a weekly basis for all the work they do.
Right.
And we've had the youths on here, and
Those meddling Utes.
like I said, I have an independent wrestler living in my home. I feed him, I clothe him, I house him, and if that's not supporting independent wrestling, I don't know what your definition
Everybody's
is.
got their way of promoting their product, and that's that's what's great about America. It's freedom of speech. You have your way, of
Oh,
doing
absolutely.
things.
But if you're going to talk, at least have your facts straight. For other people to accuse us of not
To just spew out garbage.
right, not supporting independent
don't
wrestling.
want anybody
I have
out
them living in
there-
my house, you fools. I almost went beyond the PG rating.
I don't
We
want
almost
anybody.
got
I don't want
bleeped.
anybody detracted by the detractors.
Right.
And
So
I want everybody to know that we care.
talk reality.
Exactly.
And before we get into the meat of the wrestling, right? Not only is it Veterans Day, but it's National Medal Day.
Medal Day.
11/11, baby.
Eh,
11/11.
11 National Medal
National
Day.
Medal Day, yeah.
All right, Nick and Back has something queued up. Apparently, I don't know what.
I think if this is what I think it is.
If it's what you think it is, all right. Well, let's get to this video footage, and then I've got to get to Survivor Series and some other news.
Roll that famous.
Roll this, whatever it is. Apparently.
I'll give him more too. We don't sweat that tonight. We don't sweat that.
This afternoon, I
As always, what do you expect from the 203's
finest. Of course.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like me. Grab it and go. Well, you can take a seat down.
Oh, yeah, the flying monkey, the big
Flying monkey, right?
Yeah.
Clear.
He's not going to be the first champion.
Oh, he's not going to be the first champion.
Ah, Hollywood!
Okay.
What did you do?
What?
Guilty!
Guilty.
I'm going to go back there right now. Okay. Where did you get that? What is that?
Security footage!
There was a security camera on a building across the street, so we had to zoom in on it, and that's why it was a little grainy and the audio was off a little bit, but
That
there
was
it is.
taken without
Proof
my
positive.
permission. That doesn't prove anything.
What did you do, Hollywood? We
That
got
doesn't
you!
prove anything.
You're guilty!
I'm not guilty. I'm guilty of having
You know,
a conversation with Lucas Sharp.
The Saru screw job.
I had a conversation with Lucas Sharp. We were
Saru-
talking about financial, investments, not.
Yeah.
Oh, you're buying stock in the WWE? Is that
that's
what's going on
between me
here?
and Lucas Sharp.
How much did it pay him? 203?
That doesn't need to be disclosed.
Oh,
Yeah.
And we weren't talking about Saru.
the Saru.
I saw
What?
Saru's
You
name
were-
in
I
there.
can't have a
He said
conversation.
the monkey. What other monkey is there?
What? He didn't say monkey.
Yes, he did. Let's
Oh,
go
do
back
we
to
need-
that footage
Do we
again.
need to show this
can't-
footage again?
Go back to that footage
You
again,
don't
Nick.
know what you're.
We're gonna roll this again. We need to clarify
Where
this.
where does Lucas Sharp say monkey? Where do I? Say, you hear mumbling.
I think your hands are a little red.
I
You were
heard
caught
monkey.
Red-handed.
Do we have that
We
footage?
got to show this. We got to see this clip
Come
again.
Come on, really.
Our crack staff
Where
worked long and hard to
where
get
do
this.
you see?
Wait.
Baby, how you doing?
I'll give him more too. We
Don't
don't
sweat
sweat
that tonight.
We don't sweat
This
that.
afternoon, I
As always, what do you expect from the 203's
finest. Of course.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like me. Grab it and go. Well, you can take a seat down.
Oh, yeah, the flying monkey, the
Flying monkey, right?
Flying monkey.
He's not going to be the first champion. He's not going to be the first champion.
We're talking about
Just to
a
see
financial
money-making-
opportunity.
a money-making
Champion.
venture, and we were talking, and he happened to bring up the match with Saru, and I'm
I
like,
heard
yeah,
a financial
You know,
opportunity
talk
involving
about-
Saru.
Talk about
don't-
politicians,
Yeah.
right, and backpedaling.
Yeah.
and,
because I don't like Saru.
you know,
I don't think he should be. It's what's best for
spin
business
doctor.
to carry
Guilty.
on.
Wow.
Guilty.
Hey, wait, do we have any Spin Doctors music? Because you are the Spin Doctor tonight, baby.
I would never. Come on.
You know what, Holly?
I would never bribe anybody into causing anyone any
We
harm.
might,
We're gonna
we
have
might
to
have to
check
get
into-
Lucas Sharp on here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I'm
check.
trying to get Lucas Sharp on
Mr.
here.
Sharp. Yeah, it might cost you another 203.
I'll get Lucas Sharp on here. I'll attempt to either have him come down or have him call, and he's going to explain
Well,
that
you
whole
need-
thing. Okay?
know-
You got some explaining
You got-
to do.
Because I'm telling you, what
You
you,
got some
what
explaining
you
to do.
think you heard,
Hey, Ricky,
what you think you
you
heard
got some explaining to do.
is not what happened.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you that
you
right
can
now.
spin it any way you want. You can spin
Okay,
all you want.
all right,
Oy,
whatever,
oy.
whatever.
Why
Let's
is
get,
his face turning red?
His hands are red too. He got caught red-handed.
Yeah.
please. If you're gonna assume from that I was paying him off,
I don't know. You know, we'll have to see what
please.
our fans have to say.
That's not.
You know,
you know me
we'll
better
leave
than
it to
that.
the jury.
We'll have,
The fans know me better than
we'll
that.
have
Call
to get
in.
Lucas Sharp here
Call
next
in.
week.
We'll get Lucas Sharp here.
Go on our Facebook group and you, the fans, weigh in on this because.
And I'm gonna. You know what? This
I think
earpiece
it's
here.
pretty-
I'm gonna go down there. I'm
I think
gonna
it's-
fill out some correctives because this thing
I
isn't
think
on
it's-
adequately.
I think it's
It's falling down.
damning. I think it's damning footage.
It's not. It's not. It's grainy video from a security camera. It doesn't hold up in court, and you have to ask my permission to be videotaped anyway.
Not when you're in a
That's
public
illegal.
setting.
Not when
No,
you're in a
when
public
public.
setting.
Not when-
Security camera.
Yeah, that's correct.
That-
You're in an ATM, you're getting filmed. You're in a traffic light, you're getting filmed.
You
You're-
can't
you're in
air
a
that on
public
television
venue. Of
without
course
my
we could.
permission.
Of course we can.
Dude,
Guilty.
Guilty.
I don't
Survey
know.
says
Guilty.
guilty.
I don't know, man.
2-1.
Those messages I get on Facebook about you, I wonder sometimes. We have a call about the footage.
Awesome.
Okay.
You are live on the Squared Circle.
Well, thank you for not flagging me up. I got to say, I was watching that footage, and I got to say, it looks like that there Hollywood Johnny looks 100% guilty. I
Thank
just
you.
can't say that poor flying monkey was having a good time there, and that nasty guy, Hollywood J. I just can't. I'm disgusted and feeling. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, I agree. Thank you very much. The caller just got disgusted and hung up.
Who is this guy?
Another
What's he
guilty
calling from
verdict.
Alabama or something?
Another guilty verdict.
He doesn't know his facts.
I think the footage, the footage doesn't lie.
It speaks for itself.
That's correct.
Please.
That's correct.
Let's get to some real news. Let's skip all this malarkey.
Well, we will
about,
have to revisit this.
Yes.
It is these conspiracy theorists that think I would harm a zoo animal just because I don't want a zoo animal to wear a prestigious television
Maybe
title.
that footage was shot from the grassy knoll. You think?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't see any grassy knolls out here. I see some train tracks out here. How can you even? How can you even prove where that was anyway?
Well, we don't know where it was, but
I ran into him
we
at
know
an
what it
event.
says.
That wasn't back
we
here.
know what it says.
That was at an event. Okay.
Well,
You know what event that
I know
was.
what I heard.
You should know when there's security cameras around.
That's right.
You got these important people around. Obviously,
well,
they're
I'm
gonna.
We got NSA who are just recording everything we do and listening. You should know. We've been doing the show how long? People listen to everything we say and do.
They should ask my permission first.
Oh.
Because I'm me. I mean, seriously. and we're an award-winning show.
That's correct.
We're not a threat to a zoo animal. We're not a threat to a circus sideshow. We're not a threat to anything.
Getting
Anybody or
nasty
anything.
here now. A circus sideshow.
Wow. You know, American Horror Story's got that freak show. I got to check that out.
You know, we're gonna get banned from, you know,
Big fat bearded lady. Sorry.
different. We're gonna get banned from different coffee shops next, and bars, and I don't know, just because of this alleged attack on Saru that I was allegedly behind.
I don't know. He's kind of talking in circles here, skirting
Yeah.
the issue. What do you think?
I was
Yeah.
sitting there minding my own
He's
business the
talking in
whole
squared
time.
circles.
I'm talking squared circles. I'm talking about things that go on in the squared circle.
All right, you know what? Before we get into the top of the hour, let's revisit this at another point. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
We'll let you squirm your way
We'll
out.
Right.
we'll get Lucas Sharp down here and we'll explain everything. Don't you worry
We're gonna
about it.
Okay.
But
We're gonna
anyway,
have to.
here we are. Now we've wasted perfect time, a lot of time here, killed a lot of time here when we could have been talking about Survivor Series. So let's just get to that. We have the official lineup as it stands of the Survivor Series. We have a Divas title match between AJ Lee and Nikki Bella, one-on-one, two of the greatest Divas women's wrestlers out there. AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. Bree's going to have to be in her corner, her own sister's corner, because she's a slave or a servant or something for now, whatever.
Straight out of Seinfeld.
Straight out of Seinfeld, I guess. Where do you see this match going?
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee.
100%.
Well, I've been disagreeing with you gentlemen all night, but I'll agree with you on this one. AJ Lee.
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee. All the
Love
way.
AJ.
Not dropping that belt yet. Not to Nikki Bella.
No.
Nobody on Total Divas is going to carry the belt.
No.
It's already been out there. It's been said.
It's been said.
Nobody on Total Divas, because Total Divas has been filmed so far in advance, and they're tying that storyline into the current storyline, and it wouldn't match up. It wouldn't line
How
up.
come they taped this so in advance?
I don't know.
That's
That I don't know. But
Just-
they
I don't
filmed
know.
the Total Divas, several months ago. So in order for the storyline in the Total Divas show to coincide with what's going on in the live show Monday Night Raw, right? They got to have continuity, and nobody on the Total Divas show can have the belt, because if they win the belt today, next week's episode of Total Divas, they won't have the belt. So it wouldn't hold continuity. So it's not going to happen. So
AJ.
that being said, AJ Lee.
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee. I'll go with AJ Lee.
Gotta
So-
love AJ.
And the new upcoming feud here, even though he's Wyatt family less and he's just on his own right now, Dean Ambrose one-on-one with Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds. I don't know. I think Bray to begin with, because it's a new feud.
I'll let you feel
I
it.
want to say Dean Ambrose.
I'll go with Bray Wyatt.
You go, yeah, because the feud's just starting out, and you got to get
I'll
Dean
say-
Ambrose a
I'll
little
say
more
some
upset.
McManigans will ensue, and Dean Ambrose, while he should win the match, will get swerved.
We'll get swerved.
Yeah.
Because this is probably not going to be the only pay-per-view
Swerve.
Yeah, just
match.
like Saru got swerved.
Saru got injured. I feel bad for him. I hope he gets well. I hope he comes back fully recovered.
I'm not buying it. Are you, John?
No.
I just don't want him to be the Squared Circle TV champion.
Obviously.
And that's just an opinion, and I'm entitled to it. But
You know what they say
No,
about
the same-
opinions.
Boy, you and I are on the same wavelength tonight.
let's go
Wow.
back. All right. Here we have an unnamed person. We have one more slot to fill. They say John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show, Sheamus, and an unnamed person, I guess because Jack Swagger is now out.
Right.
But I would think Dolph Ziggler would be out because he got attacked
Right.
last
Well,
night.
I mean, as a result of last night's events on Monday Night Raw, I predicted at the very beginning of Raw that Ryback was going to flip because the way the Authority was treating him and say, oh, no, you listen to me, no, you can listen to me, I'm going to be in your corner, I'll be out there for you. And he wasn't happy with the way he was being treated. And, you know, the way the match turned out, I think that somehow Ryback is going to be on Team Cena.
I did like what he did to Cena though, last night. That was awesome.
The beginning of it going, and John Cena doesn't sign my paychecks, and he just turns around out of nowhere and just attacks him.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
But I do think...
I'm glad to see Ryback is back on top of things, and he's not in a mediocre tag team situation with Curtis Axel any longer.
Right.
They're putting him back on top.
We'll see if he can handle it. We'll see what he does with it. He hasn't found his personality yet. I think that maybe that they're feeding him too many lines and he can't be himself, or maybe he just doesn't have the personality. I'm not sure yet. But it just seems like a flat character to me. You know, I'm not buying it. He's not convincing himself, and he's not convincing the audience that, you know, he's this big tough guy.
Well, they're giving him a second chance.
Yeah.
Me.
Right. But in order to have credibility to his character, whatever it should be, he should have a belt around his waist. And he has not yet been WWE champion once.
I think that's off in the future. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah, and I don't even know how many singles titles he's actually held at all. None. He's never had the Intercontinental title. He's never had the United States title. But they have him back on top. You know, why not build him back up top? Well, why they just, a good fear is that if he's back on top already, he's going to sink back down to the bottom when this is all said and done.
Right. But he does fit the mold. He's big and he's jacked up, and and that's pretty much what Vince has always
liked.
Headed for, and he's the anti Daniel Bryan.
Right.
Yes.
The total.
Yes.
He's basically the total opposite of Daniel Bryan. He's just a big brute that's jacked up with just more street fight in him than technical wrestling ability.
Right.
And he's like Ultimate Warrior was, and without the charisma.
Right.
But Ultimate Warrior was a big jacked up guy that with limited wrestling ability, technical wrestling ability. And you're not going to see Ryback do any mat-based wrestling, any submission holds like little bell lock, which is the yes lock, but stuff like that.
Things like that,
right? He's just going to be a brute. That's all he's ever going to be. But like I said, that's what they're looking for.
What did you think of the interaction between Stephanie and Lana last night?
Interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Basically putting Lana in her place. Because it's about time somebody did.
I will predict that Stephanie and the Authority will be over, if not at SummerSlam, not too long after that.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. You are correct.
Thank God.
You're gonna have Stephanie written off TV, and rumor has it, insider sources say that she's pregnant.
Again.
And I will not confirm or deny that it's mine.
Team Authority consists
Thank God, though.
Team Authority consists of Seth Rollins, Kane, Mark Henry, Rusev, and unofficially Luke Harper.
Yes, what did you make of that last night?
Strange.
That kind of threw me for a loop.
He looks the same.
Yeah.
He just looks like he jumped in the shower and put on a change of clothes, that's all. Right.
That threw me for a loop.
Well, I mean, we predicted the breakup of the Wyatt family many weeks back, and this is going to be the beginning of it. We'll see what happens.
What was the deal with Eric Rowan last night? It was kind of...
I didn't see Eric Rowan.
He came out and made a brief appearance. He just walked by the announce table, and said something like, I think he said she's here or something, and then,
Yeah, but didn't we predict
Did he have the sheet mask
Sister
on?
Abigail
yeah,
Eric Rowan.
is going to go to NXT?
he
He's going
made a
to
comment
NXT.
or something like she's not here or she's here. If Bill is watching, maybe Bill heard that. I want
Yeah.
some clarification on it.
I have to
But
go back and watch
he walked
that.
by the announce table by Michael Cole and the
I
King.
will admit that I was watching Monday Night Football and Monday Night Raw at the same time.
Full
So-
disclosure.
So if anybody is watching and that might have saw that last night, if you can call and clarify that for us. I just thought it was kind of strange. Mm-hmm. He just made that brief walk by the announce table and then
Then
disappeared.
disappeared again.
Okay.
And we have no idea why. The only other time I've seen him since the breakup of the Wyatts, he was trying to watch See No Evil too, and then came in and sat down and tried to watch it with him.
Yeah, I watched See No Evil too, and meh.
Yeah.
But I also watched the Rock Hercules.
Right.
Oof,
Good, bad,
no, don't waste your time.
not good.
You know, he was pretty flat in it. You know, I mean, the guy's not the greatest actor in the world to begin with, and he wasn't given a whole lot to work with, and they just really deconstructed the myth or the legend of Hercules, and really just changed it all up. And I didn't care for it, but that's only me.
That's only, yeah.
Our crack staff.
As far as See No Evil, I mean, I just didn't see the whole point in the movie at all.
This just in. After Eric Rowan played with Renee's hair on last week's Raw, it's believed he was looking for Renee when he appeared during Tyson Kidd versus Adam Rose at ringside last night and said she's not here. It's possible Rowan was looking for Natalia, who was not at ringside with Kidd, but he was likely looking,
For Renee,
continuing
yeah.
the angle with Renee.
So we got a stalker angle.
That never happens.
No.
Well, no,
So
no,
we-
it could be a love interest, and he just wants to
Kind of like what we've seen
ask her
before
out on
in the
a
other
date.
Yeah, it was, yeah. With Christy
Christy
Hemme
Hemme
and Samuel Saw.
Samuel Saw. Yep.
You know, it seems like people like to copy one another.
Yeah.
Like to steal other people's ideas and
You bet your life.
bet your
I
life.
know, you bet your life.
You know, speaking of which, we have an audio clip.
Audio clip of what?
You know, I got a package in the mail from the WWE headquarters, and you know that they've worked with Florida Georgia Line,
Of course.
and Florida Georgia Line is going to do the tribute to the troops, and as a tribute to us, we have Florida Georgia Line for you. Nick, can we roll that?
You write her name on it, spin your tires on it, build your cornfield whiskey bonfires on it. You bet your life on it.
Bet your life on it, baby.
Yeah, you
Florida Georgia Line,
Bet your life.
courtesy of the WWE.
They just love us, don't they?
Yeah. Can we hear that one more time, Nick, from that spot?
You bet it. That's like my favorite country band too.
You cannot make this up.
No.
So they must have rewrote that song because I don't think those lyrics were in there originally.
There it is.
You write her name on it, spin your
Amazing.
tires on it, build your cornfield whiskey bonfires on it. You bet your life on it. It's that L-shade red rust clay. Grew up on that
It's catching on, baby.
There we have it.
It's catching on.
It's a movement greater than no other.
You know, and you know what's crazy? You know, I'm looking into this, but there's a wicked echo between here and Wallingford. When you say something in North Haven, it echoes on Thursday in Wallingford. Did you know that?
It probably
Amazing.
takes that long for the
Amazing.
sound to travel up Route
Right.
5.
I don't know what the speed of sound is, but it takes a while to get down Route 5.
You know, I noticed that last Thursday evening.
Yeah, it's amazing. You bet your life on it, baby.
You bet your life. Yeah, bro.
It's amazing.
It certainly is.
And you know, we have another clip now. I want to show a clip real quick
Okay.
because I want to show what the Squared Circle not only does for independent wrestling. Well, okay, it's not exactly ready yet, but we're going to show it a little later on about what the Squared Circle does not only for independent wrestling, but what we do for the community as well.
Yep.
And we give back.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely, every inch, every step of the way.
Just look at this man's resume. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
If the town of North Haven ever has a Hall of Fame,
We were at,
they're
we
gonna
had
put
last
the
week
name
off.
Thomas Stacy into it.
Yes, and we had last week off, but you had your Tommy Palooza event, and I attended it with my family, and I paid admission to get in because I made the donation to concerts with causes,
and it was well appreciated.
And what an event! I'll tell you, this guy put together. All right, what, couple hundred people?
Yep.
And the room was packed.
He made over $1,000.
Yeah, the room was packed. He had musicians, right? He had the kids that were beneficiaries of the event playing music, and these kids really got up there, played their hearts out. That young man that played House of the Rising Sun.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
Was just absolutely amazing. And by the way, that song was on Bob Dylan's first album.
Was it really?
He did a cover of it, and of course Eric Burton and the Animals are best known for it.
And of course, Hilton Valentine of the Animals lives in the area.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I mean, there's a connection right there. And another Dylan song was played. The singer-songwriter fella.
Oh, James Copeland?
Yeah, no, the guy that performed right after the kids. As we were eating dinner, or lunch, I guess it was.
Okay, I'm trying to think now who was right after the kids. Excuse me, my brain is fried right now.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names. I fully admit that. If you can remember names, God bless you. Yeah, he started with the Jimmy Buffett song.
I'm just trying to
for Ed, because we know Ed's a parrot head.
I'm just trying to remember now who was right after the kids.
But at any rate, he did play All on the Watchtower, Bob Dylan's song, taken straight from the Book of Revelation. And two riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl. Just absolutely phenomenal. And the kids were just out of this world, the talent. But the point being that you raised, a lot of money for concerts and causes.
And this was my 8th annual. So
yes, yeah, and each year you choose a different charity.
We've already decided next year is going to be for Shriners Hospital in Springfield, Mass.
Excellent.
Amazing.
So we will be making a road trip in the next couple of months to get some footage from the hospital.
Yep.
So next year I can have a video presentation.
Oh, great, great.
Of the actual hospital.
Yep. And it was just, you had the raffle, you had prizes donated. I wanted the tattoo gift certificate. Who ended up winning that? Do you know?
I believe it was one of Lisa's friends.
Nice.
But of course, we saw the frog. The frog was there.
Yeah.
Lord.
You posted a photo of somebody donated the frog and a gift.
I wanted that frog.
Right, a gift certificate. I didn't want the frog.
You and frogs, huh?
Yeah.
The frog man, baby.
Hey.
You posted the picture. But, yeah, I mean, the community came out, donated like 30, very valuable gifts and prizes for the raffle. And like I said, the kids came out and played, and Tata's donated.
He is on board every year.
Yeah,
right.
And what a smorgasbord.
He is on board every year.
The food was outrageously
He's right
good.
there for me every year. I go and see him. What do you need? How much do you need?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there was enough to feed 100 people, and then some. And it was just a fantastic event.
And of course, the desserts were made by Tina.
Yes.
Tina made the cookies and brownies, and very delicious.
Toll House, and then she had these M&M cookies, and it was just a great day, and it was for a great cause, and you did it all out of the goodness of your heart, and a lot of time and energy went into it. And
thank you. I know a lot of the Wallingford prizes were gotten by me personally, schlepping up and down Center Street.
Right. Right.
You put your effort into it.
Yeah.
Each and every time.
Yeah. Working hard.
So others don't have
Others
to.
don't have to. That's our guy.
You bet your life.
You bet your life.
What about
God bless you, Tommy.
Kofi, the newly repackaged Kofi Kingston we're going to be seeing soon.
Yeah.
And it's a new day, and he's out there with gospel singers, and that was Kofi Kingston. And Xavier Woods is going to be part of that, and
Yeah, I'm hoping that.
Kinda reminds me of the old Brother Love.
Yeah, I'm
Sorta.
hoping that it's a fresh character for Mr. Kofi Kingston because
because
it
Kofi
was.
Kingston was stale.
Oh yeah,
Very
it was.
stale
It
at
was
the end.
really sad.
Yeah.
I never understood. He's from Africa with a Jamaican gimmick.
Right, but he's from Africa.
Right, Kofi Kingston. Kingston is
Jamaican.
A town in Jamaica. He
Right.
came out with the reggae music, and and he had the dreads and the
And being billed from Africa.
yeah.
But this kind of reminds me of Brother Love.
Yeah.
This type of gimmick.
And he had the
so
colors of the Jamaican flag on his.
I wonder how it's going to play out. I'm interested to see. Now.
Yeah, I'm hoping it takes off for him because the guy is definitely talented. He's the highlight of the Rumble
Right.
every year to see how he's going to get out of being eliminated, walking on his hands. And
Yeah,
walking-
that was
That
classic.
was the
I'll
plus
never
about
forget
that
that.
character.
Oh,
I'll
landing
never
on the
forget
chair
that.
and bunny hopping the chair over. I mean, the guy is definitely talented and entertaining, and hopefully this will take off and it'll be a good character.
What's the
for
name
him.
of the character supposed to be? We have no idea.
I don't think they've revealed that yet.
They haven't revealed it. I haven't heard it.
We'll see soon.
But
Yeah.
speaking of bunny hop,
Yeah.
what about the feud between the bunny and Adam Rose?
What is that?
What is going on there?
Well, are we going to find out who's in the bunny costume?
I don't know.
Finally.
But what is going on there? We have a bit of a feud with
Yeah.
the bunny.
Well,
I think it's just something they do to kill time. Sometimes they have a little too much time,
yeah.
to play around with.
Well, I mean, we don't have Santino for that comedic element anymore, so maybe this is the way they're going to go with the Adam Rose gimmick and make that the little comedy segment
Right.
during the show. Because we've always had some sort of comedic element, whether it was Mick Foley
Mick Foley,
being his
Santino.
You gotta have some
self.
kind of comic relief there
Yeah.
to throw in with all the big goings on with the authorities.
Hell, that's why we got you.
I think that's why we got you.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have them.
You know what? At least I can laugh at myself.
Me too. I'm always laughing at myself for
Yeah,
stuff I do.
Exactly.
We enjoy this. We have
Self-deprivation's the most important thing out there.
fun,
I hope you guys noticed I shaved for tonight. And
Yeah, I
got the
shaved
new
it.
do. And
I know, you went corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate tasty.
You
Look
look
at
like
this.
Kane. Yeah, you got the Kane
Exactly.
Kane
You see you polished the chair, too. It's all nice and shiny now.
There you go.
Waxed it up.
Wax on, wax off.
Anybody catch the ECW special last night?
I was watching some of it this afternoon on the network, courtesy of the WWE. Thank you very much.
Thank you, WWE.
Even though for everyone this month, the WWE network is free.
Right.
But, we get it courtesy of the McMahons.
Exactly.
But, all this month, you can, if you haven't figured it out yet, you can get the network for free for all of November, which includes Survivor Series.
Which
I got it
includes
right
this
this time.
ECW special.
I am getting it free right now for the month because when I switched everything over, I had to re-register.
Ah.
Mr. Zimmerman, would you like to answer the phone?
Yeah, let's go
and
for it.
Talk to Bill from North Haven.
Bill from North Haven.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, are you watching the show today or are you on the road?
I am watching the show today. I cut my day short just so I could get, to watch the
That's
show.
amazing. That's great. That's
And
devotion.
I just want to say that I am absolutely shocked and appalled at the actions of Jay.
Thank you.
Bill.
The way he orchestrated that, let's just call it what it was. It's an assassination on Saru.
Wow.
Jay, you should just be ashamed of yourself.
Thank you, Bill.
Yes, Bill. You got to get all the facts before you make
Oh, and
judgment.
then we saw
We
the
saw it
video
twice.
doesn't
Respect.
lie.
We saw
The
it
video
twice.
doesn't lie. The video doesn't lie. And I'm just shocked and appalled. I don't even know if I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight. So.
That was
Wow.
doctored evidence, Bill.
Didn't look doctored to me.
I think Saru's the only one that needs a doctor.
Saru
After
definitely
what you did
needed
to
a
him.
doctor, but I didn't do anything to him.
Wow.
I would swear.
I think there might be more to come on that. I'm sure John and Tom are working hard to come up with more details.
Thank you.
And I'm going
Absolutely.
to work hard to get Lucas Sharp
Sarugate.
on this
Absolutely.
show.
We're gonna have to
Sarugate 2014.
Right, Sarugate.
Sarugate,
Yeah.
Sarugate 2014.
Monkey
there
Gate.
you go.
Monkeygate.
Monkeygate.
Monkeygate, I like that.
There you go.
There we go.
Pretty good.
Monkeygate.
All right.
Well, they're always going to have Hollywood J to play around
Yep.
with, that's for sure.
Well, Jay, it's tough when you're a focal point of the show. They always want to come at you, you know.
Exactly.
Bill, we have an event coming up. I will send you a private message on what we're doing. This, I promise you, will be the highlight of 2014. I know we're almost at the end of 2014, but this event that we're planning will be the highlight and will be talked about throughout the wrestling community.
Throughout, everywhere.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I look forward to that message.
You will,
and
yeah.
I appreciate you guys sending that invitation out, and I'm sure it'll be exciting, whatever it is. So I sit here with anticipation, almost as much anticipation as the next video of Jay trying to again and maybe attack Saru.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to get to the bottom of it. But he's not off the hook yet. We're going to let him squirm a little tonight, but he's not off the hook.
I only had business relations with that wrestler.
Wow.
Hey, I wanted to ask you one question, and
Yep.
then I'll let you off the hook so I don't take up the whole show.
Yep.
I saw Jay on Saturday. Jay, it was great to see at the food drive there with Robert, and I felt bad for him out there. His teeth were chattering when I came up. I felt
He was
I
cold.
should have bought him like coffee or something. So, but let me ask you this. I'll go back a little bit on for an old-time wrestler, not that old, but old enough. Where do you think Nick Bockwinkel falls in the analogs of great champions through the years?
He's very respected among the boys, and unfortunately, he's like an unsung hero, at least to the fans, because he was, big back in the days of the territory, and unless you were down south where he was wrestling, you really didn't catch a lot of them up here. But when you listen to some of the guys, even the guys today that are in the game, if you listen to a lot of the podcasts, when his name is brought up, and is brought up with respect and reverence, and he was one of the first real technical wrestlers, almost like a grandfather to like the Dean Malenko
Right.
and Eddie Guerrero style that that was popularized in the 90s. So yeah, Nick Bockwinkel definitely belongs in all of the Hall of Fames, and as like the precursor of the technical style of wrestling.
Definitely. He was AWA, American Wrestling Association, based out of Minnesota.
Right.
Champion. That's where Hulk Hogan actually was seen nationally before the WWF. So it was a major league back in the time, back in the early mid-'80s.
Right. But unfortunately, they didn't have national exposure as far as television goes.
Not entirely, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, his career just reads out. I mean, he wrestled and defeated. He wrestled, Jerry Lawler, Hulk Hogan.
Definitely.
I believe he wrestled Ric Flair, Harley Reid, all these guys. So,
Right.
I just thought
He wrestled all the big guys. He's definitely, I'll second what John said, he deserves to be in every Hall of Fame there is.
Yeah,
WWE
and
included.
he's one of those guys, that among the people in the business, they know who he is, and they absolutely hold him in a high regard.
Right.
But as far as like a massive fan base, like I said, they
Not
didn't,
too well known.
right. They didn't have the
research.
television. He didn't have the television exposure that happens, in the late '80s, and obviously through the '90s that, a guy like Hogan had.
No, you're right. So, but all right. Hey, listen. I know you got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Thank you.
I appreciate you letting me be part of the studio audience here. And
Bill, anytime, you know that.
Yeah, and look forward to seeing what your big event is here.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thank
and
you,
I
Bill.
will clear my name. Don't you worry about that.
No, we're gonna get more evidence. I'm working on that as soon as I get home tonight.
Working
I
on
know
more
Tom's gonna
evidence.
be all over you. Take care, guys. Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
All
Take
right,
care,
good night.
Bill.
Right. It's a throwback, Nick Bockwinkel, definitely, and brings me to my next thing.
Yep.
The Rivalries is a new series on the network.
Yep.
And debuting tonight, I believe, at 10 o'clock is Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes. Flair versus Rhodes.
Yep.
I have not had the chance to look through that series as of yet. I'm still working on the Monday Night Raw.
Well, all I can say is that we'll have the disclaimer before it, and you will see color. Because if anybody likes to have color, it's Flair.
Yeah.
And if anybody wanted to top the color that Flair had, it was Dusty Rhodes.
It was Dusty
And
Rhodes.
if you look at Dusty Rhodes today, he's got the lines across his forehead from,
that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
From the
colorful feud,
Aye.
to say the least.
I'm sure we're going to see the cowbell,
Oh, yeah.
on the rope match.
Yeah.
and all that great stuff that Dusty went over the top. That was a precursor to what ECW
Oh, yeah,
did,
absolutely.
because those two guys just had hellacious matches, and Dusty Rhodes was the brains behind 90% of what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
So that is something to look forward to. I personally think that Dusty Rhodes is one of the greatest minds in the business.
Definitely.
Between him and Bobby the Brain.
Oh, without a doubt.
And of course you've got Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, just a genius.
And Captain Lou. I'll give you Captain Lou as well.
So I'm gonna scroll right now to the worst of the week because we have to go to this footage in just about a minute here.
Yep.
Just to show what we do for the community here.
Okay. Yep.
I also do want to remind everybody about New England. We're going to have the names for the New England Fan Fest up on the Square Circle page tonight. Northeast Wrestling this Friday night, November 14th. Danbury, PAL. You can see the new tag team champions, Ron Zombie and Bull Dread, as well as Velvet Sky, as well as AJ Styles in a three-way, and Kurt Angle as the guest commissioner. But
Velvet Sky and AJ Styles in a three-way. Oh, I'm sorry.
hey.
Hey,
Family show.
that's what I heard.
Worst of the week, runner-up is Luke Harper getting the bronze because, I don't know, it just seems a little strange having him on Team Authority. They shouldn't have broke up the Wyatts, as far as I'm concerned.
No.
Yep.
The runner-up is these conspiracy theorists. I'm going to get Mr. Sharp down here, and I'm going to clear my name, guys. Don't you worry about that. But you want to know the worst thing?
PWA, you can talk to them down there.
Yeah.
The worst thing I got to say, though, a Bulgarian from Russia as the champion. He won the U.S. title last week after Raw against Sheamus. An Irishman challenging for the United States title. We got Russia versus Ireland for the U.S. title.
Taking place in England.
In England!
For the United States title.
For the United States title.
Right
that
after they
title
run-
should only be defended in this country.
Right
Vince,
after they run the
Hunter.
That was kind of...
the Veterans Day tribute. The Veterans Day tribute, honoring the United States veterans.
Yeah.
And then
you're
they
in
have the
England.
U.S. title
Defended
with
in
a Bulgarian
England.
and an Irishman happening in England.
Come on, writers. Really?
Somebody dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? But I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We'll get a lot of big names for that Fan Fest. We'll have to get to it in more detail next week.
This is going to be huge.
All I have to say is, Saru, 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 Saru.
Saru. So if this thing is 4 minutes, I need them and back to let me know when we're down to 4 minutes. But
yeah, we got a little...
got a couple minutes here. So I'll just talk about this real quick then. That's the case. Scott Hall, Lalani Kai, Thunderbolt Patterson, Chuck O'Neal, Tracy Smothers, Jim Cornette, Lita, Jackie Gata, Joey Styles, John Morrison, Kelly Kelly, good old JR himself, Jim Ross. I'm looking forward to meeting Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
Definitely looking forward to that.
And
at the New England Fan Fest.
And my distant cousin?
Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
There you go. Goldberg.
We're going to get up there early this time. I won't be in meetings all day, so we'll be able to attend that.
Because you know I married a Goldberg.
And you're going to find a place to park this time, right?
We're going to find a place to park without
Yeah.
getting lost.
Yeah.
I can find Rhode Island. If I can find Westerly, I can find Rhode Island Convention Center. I'm sure it's a few exits up, but we can do it. Yes, we can.
And what's the date on that?
What?
What's the date on that?
The date on that is June 27th, 2015.
And I don't think Joe Bruin's done naming names yet.
And just think it's only the beginning of November.
Oh.
We have all this time to go through.
Yeah, and then that doesn't even scratch the surface. Jimmy Snuka, did you mention? Jimmy Snuka's going to be there.
Jimmy Snuka's
Ricardo
gonna-
Rodriguez, Alberto Del Rio. I mean, the list is insane. Joe Bruin has gone above and beyond. Of course, Mario Mancini, right? The list is just above and beyond what he did last year, and it's just crazy. Every
He's
Monday
gonna-
night on during Raw, he's announced more and more and more people. This is, I mean, he's going to need 2 convention centers.
I think so.
It's insane.
This is going to be bigger than the Star Trek convention in Vegas, and the one in Vegas is the biggest one there is. I think about now we'll run to that clip of the East Haven Food Pantry.
Okay.
The IGA supermarket, North High Street. Let's run to that right now, but I want to say good night and good luck, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
You bet your life.
You bet your
your life.
life.
Hi, this is Robert Hoff with Good News Now. We're conducting our November food drive at T&J Supermarket on High Street here in East Haven to benefit the East Haven Food Pantry and our neighbors in need. I just got out of the hospital 3 days ago for having a seizure, and I'm standing here in 40-degree weather because I believe in helping our neighbors in need and making our community a better place to live. We're talking with Jay Williams, who just walked up and is donating to our food drive. Mr. Williams, what brought you out today?
I'm here to help the community, the East Haven Food Pantry. Anything I can do to help. The Squared Circle is definitely on the side of the East Haven Food Pantry.
All right, well, we certainly do appreciate the Squared Circle's help, and thank you very much for your contribution.
Definitely.
Hi, we're here once again at the food drive to benefit the East Haven Food Pantry, and we're talking with Mary Ann Pellegrino. Mary Ann, what brought you out to the food drive today?
Well, I feel like I'm comfortable. I should always give back.
All right, we see that you're donating a couple of bags here. We do, in fact, appreciate that, and those groceries do stay here, right here in East Haven, and help our fellow residents. We thank you so much for donating. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, I think that if everybody did likewise, we wouldn't have a problem with hunger in East Haven.
Well, once again, thank you so much for donating, and we look forward to seeing you at our next food drive.
Thanks, Steve.
This is our November food drive. We're doing this because we truly care about our community, and we would like to thank T&J's for being the host site of today's November food drive. Once again, we thank our fellow residents for coming out and donating all these wonderful items. Thank you, and God bless. We're here at the East Haven Food Pantry, and as you can see currently, a lot of the shelves are barren of the groceries. We could really use the help. Anybody who wants to volunteer, stop by or contact the East Haven Food Pantry and ask how you can volunteer to help fill these shelves up with groceries for our neighbors in need. It would be greatly appreciated. This is the holiday season. We don't like to see people going without. Please be part of the solution and help us solve the problem.